eye contact. What's too much? What's not enough? How do you break it and still feel confident? How do you maintain eye contact when you're feeling nervous? I'm going to break down all of these things in this video. Now, rules for eye contact differ depending on where you're at in the world. So I'm going to be speaking from the perspective of Americans and Western Europeans. First of all, keep in mind the ratio of eye contact that you should have when you're speaking versus when you are listening. Too much eye contact and it seems overwhelming, and it can also seem creepy. Not enough eye contact, it can look like you're shifty or you lack confidence. So what is a good balance? When you're speaking, your eye contact should be approximately 50% of the time. And when you're listening, it's a higher percentage of 70%. Think of it this way. When you're speaking, you're giving away your energy through your voice, through your words. You're focused on another person because you're talking to them. Therefore, if you're giving them eye contact more than 50% of the time, it can feel overwhelming because the receiver is not only receiving you verbally, but they're receiving all of this nonverbal attention from you as well. And it can feel intense for the other person, especially for introverts who are already sensitive to external stimulation. However, when you're listening, you want your percentage to go up. And this makes sense as well, because when you're listening, you aren't talking, so you aren't giving away your energy verbally. So what you are doing is giving away your energy through nonverbal. So some of you may be thinking, well, when I'm listening, I want to really be focused on the other person. Shouldn't it be higher than 70%? The reason why it's not higher than 70% is because it can feel too intense. It can feel like you're staring. What you're doing is you're not giving the other person a break. Now, obviously, on video calls, this is different because on video calls, you're not feeling the same intensity as you are in person. Next, how long should you look at someone before breaking eye contact? The general rule is 4 to 5 seconds. However, in a study published by Royal Society Open Science, researchers did a study on approximately 500 volunteers and had them watch a video of an actor staring out from a screen. And then they discovered how long was it before the volunteers started feeling uncomfortable. And the sweet spot that they found was 3.3 seconds, with a give or take of 0.7 seconds. So remember, these people weren't in conversation. They were just watching someone staring out from a screen. So that's going to be different than when you're in conversation with someone. So if you're liking this video, I hope you'll subscribe to more of my videos on confidence communication from an introvert's perspective. The next question that I commonly get asked is, well, where do I focus my eye contact? Because sometimes it does seem so intense to really look into another person's eyes. It just feels a little overwhelming. And so what you can do in this situation, whenever you do feel overwhelmed, is to just focus on the triangle. Focus on the area between the eyes, the forehead, and the nose. Whenever you're looking at this area of another person's face, it feels as if you're looking into their eyes, especially if you're not super close to them. However, the other person is going to take it as genuine eye contact. Now, do you wonder, how do you break eye contact with confidence? I've actually got a video above and in the description below that talks about how to do this. One of the things that you want to keep in mind is when you do break eye contact, try to remember to either look up or look off to the side versus looking down. Whenever you look down, it's a sign of submissiveness. It's a sign of lack of confidence. And next, if you ever question how is your eye contact being received by others, is think about warm eye contact versus a glare or cold eye contact. How can you change your eye contact to have a warm eye contact? It's through a pleasant facial expression, and it's also internally thinking positive thoughts about the other person. So here's the difference between warm eye contact and cold eye contact. Think about it. Nobody is going to receive cold eye contact as positive eye contact. If you struggle with eye contact with strangers specifically, or with people who are maybe in authority, it's very common, so don't think that you're the only one. In his book, Shyness, psychologist Philip Zimbardo states half the people who are shy report being uncomfortable or sometimes finding it impossible to make eye contact. The key here is to practice. You can practice on strangers. However, make sure that your eye contact is very short so that it doesn't seem awkward or creepy. When you give eye contact to a stranger, it's acknowledging their existence. Do you have any tricks that you've learned that have helped to make you more successful at eye contact? If so, please share those in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. Thanks for watching.